Hello everyone. Today we will be learning about the first type of derivatives, that is, the forward contract. The CEO of an airline company is concerned about the increasing prices of fuel and wants to mitigate this risk. He meets the dealer of jet fuel and they negotiate a business deal. They enter into an agreement to buy and sell jet fuel for $5,000 at the end of the month. The transaction will happen on a later date, but the price is agreed upon today. The CEO has an obligation to buy and the dealer has an obligation to sell the underlying at the agreed upon price of $5,000 irrespective of the market conditions. Because this transaction will happen on a later date, it is called as a forward contract. During the tenure of the contract, if the price of the underlying increases, there is a positive value for the buyer. Example, if the actual market price of the jet fuel increases to $6,000, the CEO makes a gain of $1,000 under the contract, as he is able to buy the fuel at the agreed upon price of $5,000 instead of the current market price of $6,000. In this case, the dealer makes a loss of $1,000 as he has to compulsorily sell the fuel for $5,000. On the other hand, if the price of the underlying decreases, there is positive value for the seller. Example, if the actual price of jet fuel falls to $4,000, it benefits the dealer as he will sell the fuel for $5,000 under the contract. In this case, the CEO makes a loss of $1,000 as he has to pay $5,000 for the fuel that is now worth $4,000 only. Let us now understand the features of a forward contract. Forward contract is an agreement between two parties to buy or sell an asset at a specified price and on a predefined date. Long forward is the buyer of the underlying. In this case, it is the CEO. Short forward is the seller of the underlying, that is, the jet fuel dealer. The underlying asset can be any physical or financial asset. Usually, it is a commodity, a forex currency, or an interest rate. The forward price or agreed upon price is $5,000. Both parties have an obligation to buy and sell the underlying at the agreed upon price irrespective of the market conditions. Forwards are OTC agreements and hence are customizable. The contract is not traded on a centralized exchange and is not regulated. The contract is usually settled only on the expiry date, though it can be closed out before through mutual agreement. The forward contract can be physically settled or cash settled. In this case, it is physically settled. It is widely used to hedge or speculate against the price fluctuations. Both parties face default risk on settlement. If the dealer fails to deliver, the CEO faces default risk. And if the CEO doesn't pay, the dealer faces the risk of default. The profit and loss potential is unlimited and hence it is a zero-sum game. One party's gain is equal to other party's loss. Taking a long position with one party and a simultaneous short position with another party does not nullify the obligations. For example, if the dealer initially had a forward contract with the refinery to purchase the jet fuel, he is obliged under both the contracts and faces default risk in both the contracts.